Hello, my name's David Brill. I've been a war correspondent for over 40 years. History has always been a very important part of my life. When I was filming the Vietnam War, I felt very guilty that I was there as an observer. It was only later on I realised how important the film that I was shooting would become many years later. Part of history. One of the most important segments that I filmed during the Vietnam War was a little girl being brought into a hospital to be fitted with an artificial leg. She was being brought in on her grandmother's back to be fitted with this leg, but she had no expression on her face. And as I was filming her, I was thinking she had no one to play with as she was growing up, and she kept staring at me. And I thought at the time, what's she done? When they put the artificial leg on her and she held onto the bars, it was the first time in her life she had her own balance. She smiled slightly because she had her independence. When it went to air, the Prime Minister at the time got up in question time and said, "What are we doing in Vietnam?" The power of that little girl, that little segment within this whole hour-long film had so much of an impact. That's why I believe these kiosks should not just be in the entrance, say, of the War Memorial or the National Library or government departments. These kiosks should be at every school in Australia, not to glorify war, just to remind people, to teach people about the history of what war does, what it is about. The kiosk, to me, is a wonderful tool to use, to explain, to show people of what a dreadful thing war is. I believe very strongly that this video kiosk approach is a wonderful tool. 5 or 6 minutes of beautifully produced material with a lovely, simple narration. It's just enough to get people's attention. If nothing else, I hope it gets people into these kiosks just to reminisce, just to look for 5 or 6 minutes and walk away and reflect, just for us to try to be kinder to each other. There's got to be a better way than war.